Rolling Stone recently also called it one of the best albums of the 21st century.
I back it.
That ain't nothing to sneeze at.
Well, and Pat and I were kind of talking about this before, and I kind of brought up the point that, Take This to Your Grave was obviously an incredibly solid record, and they followed it up obviously with this album. And stylistically, they were both like relatively, similar, and so it wasn't necessarily that they came out of nowhere and just like, wow, who's this completely new band? I mean, people already knew Grand Theft Autumn was already getting a lot of rotation.
Love that song.
But then From Under the Cork Tree came out and like perfected the formula, and like Sugar We're Going Down was just massive. Like you couldn't go anywhere without hearing it. I remember that year on Warped Tour that this record came out. I think it was the first time I saw Fall Out Boy, and like they headlined one of the main stages, and just the fact that they went from like they exploded so fast, and like it was just insane to see. But it was a big turning point too for like emo and pop punk as well too, because it really brought obviously there are some other bands too that contributed to it, but when I think Fall Out Boy was like probably the top of the list, that like they came out and like brought it like to the mainstream. We're like, check more of the stuff out. We're not that bad.
Yeah, I was watching a video or like a YouTube video about it today, and like they said that they were like doing TRL, and like the year before they like had never dreamed of that, and they were like, we were like next to Ludacris and like Justin Timberlake, and it was like, why are we here? We're like weird pop punk guys.
Right.
And that had to be crazy. I was 10 years old when it came out, so it was like my intro to everything, but crazy.
Right.
Well, speaking of that, speaking of 10-year-old Olive, like what kind of personal memories does this album bring